Good morning. This is Dr. Timothy Scott Beck here at LifePoint Medical. It's Friday. I'm a little late with my video, but I want to let you know John is covering the office today while I take care of some loose ends. So if you need us, you give us a call, okay? All right, as far as the COVID goes, 2,695 with an additional death denoted to somebody here in Raven County. I'm not familiar with what's going on there. But we know it's around, we know it's doing its thing. So just hang in there still. Seems like it's been years, because it has, that we've been fighting this thing. So main thing is give us a call if you think you got it, and use hand sanitizer. I still think that's the #1 defense against this stuff. I really do. So let me, one thing I was pondering today, I wanted to just talk to you about real quick, is listening to patients is something that we actively talk about every day. Like, because I feel like, and we feel like, actually listening to the patients is a way that we can somewhat corner the market. Okay. In other words, I get plenty of feedback about nobody's listening to me, and I hear those words, nobody's listening to me. So I got an idea about how I want to handle that. So if you're listening to this video right now, or watching this video, and you feel like nobody's listening to you when it comes to medicine. Now I do a lot of things, but I got to keep it towards medicine. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take out a piece of paper, one piece of paper, and I want you to pick that one thing that nobody is listening to you about, and I want you to write down what you're talking about when it comes to that situation. Now, so if you've got a problem that's been going on, you need to write down what's going on, how long it's been there, what has been done to help it in the past or to evaluate it, what's worked, what hasn't worked. Tell me whether it's there all the time or whether it's not there all the time. The same questions that I ask you when you come in the office, write those down on a piece of paper. When, what, where, why, how, all those things you can write down on that piece of paper. But it has to be, so there has to be some perimeters to this thing though, okay? So #1 needs to be one problem, okay? Don't give us 15 different problems, broad problems. We don't have time. The system's not set up like that. We can't address all those issues in a short period of time. But if you've got an issue that has been really bothering you, and you don't feel like nobody's listening, if you write that down and you come in the office, so after you write it down, make an appointment and tell them, I'm coming in because of this problem. And then when you come into the office, you're going to bring that one sheet of paper, not both sides of the paper, just one thing, and you're going to show it to us, and we're going to read that, and we're going to listen to what you have to say, and we're going to try to help you with that one problem. Okay, so that's what I want you to do if you have that problem where nobody's listening to you. I want to solve that problem. I want you to write down that problem that you have that nobody's listening. So, but let me reiterate, it's got to be one problem, okay? And you got to stick to that problem when you're describing what's going on. Like, you can't jump around too much. We got to stay, related to that one problem, okay? And it should be limited to one page, okay? Because we don't have time to read 2 or 3 pages of stuff. Nobody does, okay? But we've got one page I think we can do. And one page we can get the information we need to ask you more questions to find out more about it and figure out what we're going to do about it. Okay, so that's a little simple exercise. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but if you've ever said that or you've got that problem that nobody will listen to you, I want to listen. We want to listen. My team wants to listen to you, and we want to make sure you're heard, okay, and we'll help you with that problem. Now, there's a couple of other things. Sometimes people get inaction mixed up, or disagreement mixed up with not listening. In other words, somebody comes in and I listen to what they say, but I don't agree, or I don't agree with it, or I don't think it's appropriate, or whatever. And sometimes they get mad at me because I won't do what they want to do, but that's not listening. That is me having to judge the situation, and that's all I have to do. I have a medical license, so I have to be the final judge on anything that I do or say in this office. But we can all listen. Now, whether I do something about it or not, again, that's not something I can tell you about, because I don't know what your problem is, and I don't know if it's ethical or correct or whatever. But I can be honest with you and tell you what I think about it. I will listen to you and tell you what I think about it, or I might listen to you and do stuff to help you try to figure out what to do or where to go next or how to mediate the problem you got. That's what I want to do. So anyway, just an idea. If you're that person that never gets heard, I want to hear from you. Have a great weekend, and we'll be up and running on Monday morning again. Have a great weekend.